And that's the bottom line.
We are live yet again.
Amazing.
I'm excited.
It's a great video.
Fired up now with that video. Are those some of the reasons why I don't walk so well these days?
Probably.
The reasons.
Hey, I want to introduce everybody. I've got a special assistant here tonight. Really lucky to have her because I've got memorabilia strewn all around the kitchen. Come on over here. This is Lexi Massaro.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, get in here so we can see you. There you go.
Thanks for all your help, Lexi. It's going to be a blast having
I'm
you.
excited to come in here and help out. So I was having lunch with Lexi and her grandmother. I was like, can you help me out? So here she is. She's going to be in and out, retrieving stuff and making the world a slightly better place for mankind. Yeah. Thanks, Lexi.
Thank you.
Thanks, Lexi. All right. Let's get the show started. We got Tyler coming in first.
All right, Mick, before we drop out, Tyler mailed in an Elite Dude Love figure.
Dude Love. Okay, that would be the Dude Love to the left. No, those are the Foley ones. To the left of the coffee machine. There you go. And Tyler. Okay, bring over both of those. Bunch of them, all right. Now, don't let this shock you. I do wear reading glasses. I got one to Mike. All right, Tyler. There we go. That's what I'm going to do. Nice.
What's going on, Mick?
How you doing, Tyler?
Got my Mr. Sacco, buddy. I wanted to bring it on and show you.
Hey, let me see it. Whoa, that looks. I can't believe I.
Hey, Mick, how's it going? How you doing?
Hey. This looks
Yeah,
good,
I tried to meet you back in the mall years ago, but the promoter, it was just a long story short. I just unfortunately never got a picture with you, but this is cool. Been waiting all day for this, so. Yeah, I just wanted to get it out here. My all-time favorite match with you was with you and Undertaker, Hell in a Cell. That is a match that I can go back and watch 10,000s of times. So I want to thank you for all the great moments you've given to, WWE, and just you're a workhorse, man. And honestly, I thank you for that. You were just the kind of guy that would just.
I've got a question for you.
Yeah,
when
brother.
The Asylum does the virtual meet and greet with the Undertaker, will you be wearing my shirt?
Oh, you know what? I mean, to be fair, I do have. Let's see. I got the Mankind patch right here for you, bud. I've been really tight on money recently. I lost my job, so.
Oh, doesn't that look cool?
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, love it, man. I bought that thing like 3 weeks ago, and I was like, I had to send it in.
Awesome. So let's put it over there on the.
This is a privilege. Just thank you so much, Mick.
You get a photo also. Which one did you want? We've got.
Do I really? Is that Is that included or? Yeah. Let's see. Can I do the 3 Faces of Foley?
We do have a 3 Faces of Foley. Now, I have to tell you, it might not come out. It's pretty busy. It might not come out as good as I was working on them last night. It is busy. I can make it happen, though. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use a little orange for cactus.
All right, brother.
All right. We're going to throw a little lime green in for Dude Love.
Awesome, Mick. Thank you, buddy. I do my own wrestling podcast too, so I mentioned the fact that I got to talk to you today. So I'll give you a shout out later today, bud.
And it's Tyler, right? Tyler.
Tyler. Yep.
All right, there we go. With a big silver. So
I think if Taker ever comes on, we'll have to do it split in half.
Go. So put that over there.
Thank you, brother.
Right next to it. What, Tyler?
Bang, bang.
Bang. Thanks a lot, man. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Mick.
Have a nice
Later,
day.
Rocky. Later, Dave. Later, Nick. See you guys.
All right, bye.
See.
All right.
Was I right in doing that? Each person does a meet and greet does get an 8x10?
That one was okay, but when they buy the figure, the meet and greet cost is included with the figure, so no 8x10. But that one's okay. We'll cover that one. No worries.
All right. So he got a bonus.
Yeah, he got a bonus, but he comes to every meet and greet, so it's okay on that one. We'll take care of that. All right, so we have Danny coming in. Hey, Danny.
Hey, how's it going?
And Danny got quite a few things, so we're going to go through the list before I drop out. You got your BCA Rock and Foley 2-pack. Should be a Jack 2-pack.
The SummerSlam 99 2-pack?
Yep.
All right.
He got your Mankind Classic Jacks.
Mankind would be over there, Lexi. Mankind Classic. So it's the black packaging in the middle. That one. All
Yep.
right.
He got your Foley Elite Cactus, the WrestleMania one.
Foley Elite. Is that the one with Danny Davis on it?
Yep.
Okay. Lexi, be the second one from the right. All the way in the right. No.
Sorry.
Yeah. Just take one of those out, but not the first. All right. There we go. That's good. Okay. I got some signing to do.
He got your Buried Alive set.
Buried Alive is all the way over there in the corner. All right.
He also got your Elite Dude Love.
Whoa! My goodness, you're like a super fan. So Elite Dude Love with the Dude Gate shirt that Ryder and Hawkins says was it? All right, yeah, that one there.
Was there anything else, Danny, that I overlooked there?
I think we got like 8 items. I can't remember. I know like it was an 8x10 and it was
Let me
like
see.
Wow. Let me tell you what, Dan. Tell me what colors you want and if you want any personalization.
any color you think is fine. There's only 2 things that I want personalized, and the rest of it you could just sign it. The one that you want personalized is the 8x10.
All right, okay, I'll do one at the end. Okay. And so nothing else personalized, none of the action figures?
And then the set that has you and The Rock on it.
Okay.
That one I want personalized because it's for my son.
Okay. What I'm going to do, I'm going to use red because it plays off the red in the packaging pretty well.
Sorry to interrupt. He also got your mask, your Halloween mask.
Oh, okay.
That was the other item.
The really high quality one or the one that I had for my own personal thing?
The one you had from your own personal collection.
Oh, I better run out and get that one. Lexi's going to sit here on my seat and talk to you for a minute while I take off, right? Hold on a second.
Hi there.
Hey, how's it going?
This is exciting.
So you have the busy of organizing.
Yeah, things. I like all the things you picked out. I think this one's my favorite.
I just getting stuff throughout the whole week. They kept posting things, and I just kept wanting things. So
Yeah, I would too.
I seem to have misplaced the Halloween mask, so I'm going to try to find that one after the show, okay?
Okay.
But let me get started on here. What is your son's name?
My son's name is Daniel West.
So that's for Daniel?
Yeah, and that's gonna be the one with The Rock, and your figure together.
Yep. All right, there we go. I think that came out really good. You like it?
Yeah, it looks good.
All right, so we'll lay that one over there on the thing.
And 8x10 is the only other thing that I want personalized. It's the one with that says Mick Foley and has like all your that one right there on the screen.
Okay, I got that one there. All right.
And that one you can make it to Danny.
Yep, we got the Dude Love looking good with the Valentine there. Like it?
Yeah, it looks good.
All right. Mankind. Let me see. I'm going to go gold on this one. I'm going to go silver on this one, all right?
Yeah, I trust her judgment. You do more signings than I do.
There we go. There's Mankind. Very nice.
Yeah, it looks good.
All right. Mick Foley, same thing here. I'm going to go red.
Okay.
And I'll do Bang Bang because it's kind of a Cactus Jack pose. All right, there we go. Thanks, Lexi. The Buried Alive one. Let me see. What color do you think for that one?
I don't know. Silver, maybe?
Silver, I think, would be a good choice. All right. That'd be nice. If you're ever lucky enough to get Undertaker to sign, that'd be worth some money. There we go. Excellent. Thank you. And so this one's going to be personalized, right?
Yes. Yeah, like I said, just if you can, to Danny.
You got it. All right, I'm going to give you 3 signatures. Cactus Jack, Dude Love.
So while you're signing that, I just want to just tell you, a huge fan. I've been watching. I don't even want to say how many years because they'll just let everybody know how old I am. But
Well, that's okay. If you were a small child, I've done the math.
yeah,
It is possible that 40-year-old men were watching me when they were small children because I am that old.
I was watching when I was a kid for sure.
Are we personalizing this one too?
I didn't get that one.
Okay. All right. So this one, it's just kind of busy, but I think the silver looks good. But Dude Love and Cactus Jack are on there as well. Okay.
That sounds good.
All right. Thank you, Lexi. All right. Any last questions, Danny?
No, I just I guess with David, I just want to make sure.
Was there anything else that you think you got?
I don't have the list in front of me. I know there was.
No, that since
You got the Foley Elite Cactus Jack. We did that one with the Danny Davis.
Uh-huh.
You got the mask that he's going to look for after the show. Oh, there is one more. There's the Titantron Mankind. That's the last one.
That's the one with the mask?
It's the Titantron. It is the green package. Ruthless Aggression has like a pipe in it, I believe.
Oh, the WrestleMania one. Okay.
Yep.
Got it. Okay.
Actually, that's actually going to be my favorite one because that was the first WrestleMania I went to, and you main evented that Fatal 4-Way.
Yes, I did. Nearly cracked my sternum that night, but I got through it.
It was an awesome main event. One of my favorite WrestleManias.
Thank you. Macaulay Culkin was eyeballing my wife that night. Yeah, little Max who just turned 40 himself. It looks good with the lime green, I think, right?
It does.
All right. Awesome, Danny. Thank you so much for being a big fan.
No problem.
Because a few of those were from my personal collection, that money will go to the Cauliflower Alley Club to help wrestlers who are struggling right now. So
that's awesome.
Appreciate you being a big fan, and
all right.
Have a good day.
Thanks, Danny.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, so our next gentleman, I'm going to get his choice. He got one a little bit before, and we've been having a little contact issue. Hey, Cody, which 8x10 would you like?
Oh.
I want the Cactus Jack one. Yeah, it's like looking in the mirror, ain't it?
This one?
Yeah, that's the one.
All right, I'm going to drop out.
And who do you want that made out to?
To me, Cody.
Cody, all right. Cody, yeah. Have a nice day. Are you going for the Mick Foley look?
You're damn right.
All right.
I've been going for it since I saw you when I was younger.
Thanks, man. I had to fold up the long hair when I tried to grow it back out.
Yeah.
Growing up. And every day I was finding myself using the words, it's not a perm. So that was when I realized it was time to keep it short for me. But you keep the faith, okay?
Yeah, I'm getting there. Thank you.
You got any questions?
I don't even know where to start. How much does it hurt getting thrown from shit?
It hurts. Yeah, it hurts. And it always, it's the type of thing, like, I never would have done that unless there'd been a crowd to feed off of. I wasn't somebody who liked to, be headbutted by drunks or, even have my back slapped hard like Mr. McMahon does. Like, I was kind of a mellow guy, but you gave me a crowd, and, there was, no risk too big. It did hurt. Just not as much as it would have if the crowd hadn't been there.
Awesome. I respect that.
All right. Thanks so much.
You.
Hey.
Thank you for my childhood.
You got it, buddy. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. You look good. Rock it.
Let's go.
Thanks, Cody.
Thank you, dude. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, man. All right. Our next person is he got the banner, the Asylum banner.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to have you sign it. I'll bring him in.
All right. The Asylum.
Hey, Matt.
What's up, everybody?
Hey, Matt. How are you?
Good. What's going on, Mick? How you doing, man?
Sure. Hold on. I'm going to dispatch Lexi.
Hello.
Oh, it's in the blue bin out there. See the blue banner? All right. You've got the banner, huh?
Yeah, man. Again, everybody, it's kind of going around all the different legends.
All right.
So.
You want it personalized?
No, it's okay. You can just, if you don't mind signing like your catchphrases each how you sign, like "Bang Bang" for Cactus Jack and "Have a Nice Day" for Mankind, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I can do that. Oh, so you want all the names on there?
Yeah, all three.
Okay. All right. Okay, Bang Bang, Cactus Jack. Al for Dude Love.
Yep, absolutely. My favorite character.
Thank you. I usually make the O a Valentine, but I don't think a paint pen would be good on the banner. All right. So what?
Yeah, no worries.
I'm going to give you a Valentine, and you can fill it in with a red marker. All right.
Hey, it sounds good, man. Sounds good.
It looks pretty good. I got all three on there.
No, it looks great. So
all right.
It looks awesome.
Any questions, Matt?
Yeah, of course. So growing up, I tried to make tie-dye cool like you back then. So I used to wear tie-dye shirts to middle school, and people used to look at me like, why are you wearing a tie-dye shirt and things, But I did that all because I stayed up one Monday night. It was one of the first Monday nights my parents let me stay up, and that was the debut of Dude Love. I remember seeing like the white boots on the screen going, oh, my God, who's going to be there after the commercial? And then, sure enough, there you were with Stone Cold Steve Austin, and you won the strap, man.
The strap. Don't call it a strap when you're around Mr. McMahon, though. He hates it. Hey, is that your personal memorabilia collection?
Yeah, I have a lot of ring-worn gear and different things, too. Figures everywhere, belts, everything. I mean,
where do you live?
Where do I live? At my house in Orlando, Florida, man. So
because I'm making a journey for WWE to someone's house. He's converted his entire house into a memorabilia. You might get in touch with the show because that's a really cool. They're trying to track down valuable memorabilia that guys may have sold that WWE might be trying to get back for their Hall of Fame, and they're cutting deals. So it's like American Pickers for wrestling fans.
Hey, I'm down. If you can find a way to get me in touch, I'm down for that. So
thanks, man.
But hey, thanks, buddy. Appreciate it, guys.
Love the shirt. That's an awesome shirt.
Hey, it's a great shirt, man. King of the Death Match.
Have a nice day.
See you guys. Have a nice day.
Thanks, man.
Bye.
Thanks, Sean. Moving right along. All right, let's see who we got.
Also, if you want, we can bring boxes out because I'm gonna load them in anyway. The only thing I'm worried about is putting the different things on top of something that's not dry yet. Yeah. But you can certainly bring them out and you're doing a great job.
All right, so we're gonna bring Riley in. She got this 8x10.
All
with
right.
you holding the belt.
Yes. Hello, Riley.
Unmute yourself, Riley. There you go.
All right. Hello. First off, I just want to say that I'm a guy, just long hair.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. And
so handsome that you're a great-looking woman if you were a woman.
Thank you.
Okay. I don't know if that's the correct thing to say, but okay. I'm gonna make this look good with a blue pen. I think a blue. All right. You trust me with this, Riley? Oh, that's looking good. You're going to see. Riley, have you always had long hair? Have you had long hair for a while? Oh, you're on mute again.
Sorry about that. It's weird. But yeah.
Have you been rocking the long hair for a while?
Yeah, I've been growing it out since I was about 9, I'd say.
How old are you now?
I'm 14.
Do you know my son Mickey is 19? He's been growing his hair for 8 years.
Really?
And he's got a date in 2022 that he's going to cut it. It's down below his waist, down below his thighs. Did you know that? Oh, you know what? Lexi, come on in here. This is Lexi. She went to school with Mickey. So that's Lexi.
Hello.
She's helping me out. And I couldn't do this without her. And here it is with blue. I think it looks great.
Oh, that looks awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Riley. Thanks for being a big fan.
And sorry, but I just want to show you this. I drew this, I'd say probably a year ago, but I thought I'd show you it.
Whoa. You've got some skills.
Thank you.
That's awesome. When we do another one of these, you should send it in. I'll sign all 3 faces and give you a Mick Foley as well.
Sounds good. And I also have one quick question, and it's what are your thoughts on like AEW, because it's an up and coming company, and what are your thoughts on like the way they book things and just kind of that kind of stuff?
I'll be honest, I don't watch closely enough to know about the booking. I follow the ratings. I'm well aware via Chris Jericho of what the demographics are now.
Yeah.
And I'm just rooting. I like whatever's good for a company is ultimately good for all of us. I never liked when a promoter would call it like a buyer's market, because I didn't think we were like soybeans, pork rinds or whatever. Like, I always felt we were human beings. So anytime a company does well, it's good for all of us across the board. Like, a lot of WWE guys got great contracts because WWE was worried about them jumping over to AEW. So
Yeah.
more power to the people there, and I hope it's a tough time for all of us with coronavirus. But I think they're doing a great job.
Cool. And I just have one more question, and it's who did you enjoy working with, like overall? It could be from WWF, Japan, ECW.
Well, Terry Funk and I did some incredible things, and then those guys, the Attitude Era guys, Undertaker, Stone Cold, Rock, Hunter, Kane, they were all tremendous.
Wow.
All right, thanks, Riley. Keep that hair going, okay?
Sounds good. Thank you so much.
Get a little older, you can try out the Foley beard as well.
I'll do my best.
Nice day.
See you too.
Thanks, Riley. All right. Having a little fun. All right, let me see who we got here. Just trying to go in order. All right, so we have John Wilson coming in, and he got your 8x10. Let me show you which one. He got this one.
Okay. Right there. All right. Now.
Hey, John.
Hey.
Hey, John. Hey, John, this is Mick. I'm just going to warn you that this is kind of busy. Like, the names don't really pop off of here the way that I would like them to. I was experimenting with it last night.
Okay.
I'll do the best I can, but I personally am not happy with it now. You might want to reconsider and get one of the other 8x10s with the darker backgrounds.
That's really fine. Whichever one you think would show up best.
All right. We'll do this one, the classic one. Is that okay?
That's fine.
All right. I'm going to do that in a blue background. To John, you want it personalized?
Oh, please.
All right. And the guys from the Asylum, last night I was like, I've been working on this. I got to tell you, I don't think the one with the action figures shows up well enough to merit the amount of money you're paying on this thing. So, there we go. I think it looks good now. Look at that.
That's great. I love it.
Right. Thanks, Lexi. All right. John, any questions for you?
Well, you're probably tired of answering wrestling questions. So what amusement park would you recommend I take my kids to as soon as I can?
Where do you live?
I live in West Virginia.
West Virginia.
So I'm close to Kings Island and Cedar Point.
Yeah, Kings Island, Cedar Point. How far are you from Kennywood?
Not too far, actually.
Kennywood's got that nice old school feel to it. And then if you could make like a vacation out of it, go from Kennywood to Knoebels Grove in Elysburg, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
It might be a little bit of a hike. And then from Elysburg, you can hit Hershey. How old are your children?
10 and 8.
Oh, Dutch Wonderland. I would finish up at Dutch Wonderland. My children loved it and they would love it if they could go now. They're 17 and 19, but it's perfect for that age. You know, it's not overwhelming. There aren't lines. Knoebels is great because they have so many different rides. It's only the top 5 or 6 rides that have big lines, and it's got that mom and pop feel, even though it's a world-class park.
All right, now I know where to go.
All right. And, John, you're a big guy like me.
Absolutely.
That's the best food of any amusement park.
That makes it that much better.
All right. You got it, buddy. Thanks
Thank
a lot.
you.
I really appreciate being a fan. Have a nice day.
You too.
Okay.
All righty. So we have Miss Cheryl coming in, and she said you can pick which 8x10 you'd like to sign.
All right. I'll do that same one because it shows up so well. Oh, Cheryl.
Yes.
How
Can you
are
hear me?
Of course I do. I gave you like a long hug at.
I know.
I think people were looking at me strange because I said I was going to transfer energy to you. For that?
I remember that everything. I had the video my friend took of the hug war between me and DDP and you. Remember when you walked in on that?
That son of a nutcracker trying to out-hug the hardcore legend?
Yes.
All right. Well,
I'll tell you right now that your hugs are a lot better than his.
That's because I'm more cuddly. You can't.
True.
Yeah. You got to have a little bit of extra love weight,
Of course.
Piece of scrap iron or something.
Bones and skin.
Well, I appreciate you always being a huge fan and supporting what I do.
Always. When I had to get all the surgeries that I had to get, wrestling was my one comfort, my one distraction from all the pain and the stuff that I had to deal with. And I remember when you were in WCW as Cactus Jack, I actually got to talk to you on the phone once, way back when.
What year?
When they were doing that 900, 909.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. And I remember I said, I think you're so sexy. And you said you're a very disturbed individual.
Well, thank you, Cheryl. I hope you've changed your mind about that.
No, not really.
All right. Don't let Mrs. Foley know, okay? That on the down low, all right?
Look out your window. I might be stalking you.
I'd be happy to see out my window. Cheryl,
I hope you go on the cruise next year because I will be.
All right, I'll see. I mean, Jericho didn't invite me this time around. Maybe because I was seasick for 3 days and just barely out. I did my events and then I went back.
I'll talk to him. They can invite you because that's one of the highlights of my last cruise.
Thank you so much. I'm always happy to see you.
Oh, happy to hear you too.
Yeah, you can't see, but I'm giving you an online hug right now. I'm reaching around you.
I feel it.
There you go. You're in there.
Thank you.
You're wrapped inside these 16.5-inch pythons of mine.
I'll take your word for it.
All right. We'll see you later.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Girl. Have a good
Bye.
day.
Thanks, guys.
All right, so we have next Dan Gleason. He got your Commissioner Foley Titantron figure.
All right, Commissioner Foley Titantron figure.
Yep.
Ooh, let me see. Titantron figure. I think it's over there. Yeah, Lexi, I might have to take a look myself. Hold on. I'm going to just don't go away. Is this it?
That's it.
All right. Dan,
hey!
Is that
hey, Nick, how you doing?
You're doing. Hey, I know you too.
Yes, you do. We met before.
Do you want this personalized?
Yes, I would love it to be to Dan Commissioner Foley. And then I had your Cactus Jack WrestleMania. I sent one in to you too.
Okay, Cactus Jack WrestleMania. I'll look for that one. Is red good because it plays off the shirt?
Yeah. Yeah.
You want it bang bang?
Yeah.
Right.
So, Mick, my question for you is it's not in wrestling. I'm a chef, so I would like to know, out of all your years of wrestling and all the countries you've been to, what country's food do you miss the most?
I miss the most? Wow. Well, keep in mind, you can get just about anything being a New Yorker there. You can pick food. So as far as being in a country, I miss the atmosphere of the small little sushi bars in Japan, like the Four-Seaters. You can open up a business that literally seats 4 people or 8 people. I miss I miss the atmosphere of some of the unique places like that. I love the food. Most of the food I had in Japan was actually truck stop food because we were on the road every day, and we'd stop at truck stops. Every once in a while, you'd have sponsors were the old school guys. They would pay wrestlers to hang out with them, but because I worked for IWA Japan, our sponsors were just people who bought us a meal here and there. So, yeah, I did. I liked the Japanese food. I went to China, and but they have a much different version of food than what we consider Chinese food. I've liked everything. That's my problem, is that I'm very. India was amazing. You learn a lot. We call it Indian food over here, but every 15 kilometers, 20 kilometers, like the tastes change depending on what, spices are native to that area. Good.
Yes,
hold on. What's the other figure that you?
The WrestleMania, the one with Danny Davis.
Okay, that's just closest to the stove.
And can you personal that one, Mrs. Foley's baby boy?
I sure can. And what's the?
Nick, you're awesome. I just want to thank you for doing this. I mean, this is great. You're just the best. I mean, you are my number one hardcore. You beat Terry Funk. I'm sorry. You've done so much. I mean, Terry's taken a beating, but you've done so much more. And I'm just and for what you've done for this industry and charity and everything, hats off to you. You are a class act, my friend.
Just hold on. I'm going to accept all those accolades in a second. This is for Dan also?
Yes.
All right. Dan, I think it looks pretty good. There we go.
Thank you very much, Mick.
There we go. Thank you so much, Dan.
Have a good one.
Have a nice day. You're going to have to prepare some food for me sometime.
Hey, anytime you're in Aberdeen, Washington.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Come on down.
Home of Daniel Bryan, right?
Yes. Yep.
Excellent. All right. I love it. Thanks, man.
Thank you, Mick. Thank you very much.
All right. Our next gentleman is Tyson, and he got this 8x10.
That one right there. Okay, Tyson. All right. How you doing, Tyson?
Hey, how are you?
Nice to see you, my friend. Do you have any questions to fire at me while I'm doing this?
Well, non-wrestling related. I met you in health.
There.
What's that?
Is that all your wrestling memorabilia there?
I've got pictures on the wall and my figures behind me.
Wow.
And this belt right behind me, you signed for me in Halifax.
Oh yeah, I remember being in Halifax. Yeah.
Yeah. But my non-wrestling related question, because the buddy that was with me, we couldn't believe that you said it. You asked where we were from. And I told you that I was from Miramichi. And you said, holy cow.
Oh, did I lose him?
Yes, actually we did. And then we kind of left puzzled because the line was moving along. Like, how did he know that?
I've been around. My parents took me to Nova Scotia when I was a little child, and that's why when they had that killing there, was that a little less than a year ago? It hit me really hard. I even posted a photo of when I was there when I was 4. So always loved going back there. Love Canada in general. Really, like I consider one of the nicest guys in wrestling, but in Canada I'm just another dude because everyone's so nice.
Well, you can come visit here anytime.
All right, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
All right, thank you very much.
Have a nice day.
You too.
Okay.
All right, our next person is Mad. He calls himself Mad Mick. He got this 8x10, but I'll let you guys negotiate because I know it's busy. So if he wants to pick another, he's more than welcome.
All right. Mad Mick.
Hi, Mick.
How are you doing, my friend?
I'm not bad. How are you?
I'm good. You want to say hello to Lexi?
Hi, Lexi.
Lexi Massaro is my assistant.
Hi.
There she is. Yeah. Doing a heck of a job. Now, Mad Mick, the only thing with this one is it's kind of busy. So the Mick Foley part shows up good. The character names, they get lost. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I'm fine with that, yeah.
All right, okay. So let me do a little Cactus Jack for you here. We'll have Cactus coming in orange. We'll have a dude coming in blue. And where are you from?
Glasgow, Scotland.
Oh, I love Glasgow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Oh, yeah, I love it there. Do you know Jennifer Louise?
No.
Oh, Jennifer's one of the nicest people. She does some work for ICW, interviews people. She's really sweet, one of my best friends. And this is Mad Mick. All right, to Mad Mick. And Drew got a hold of me, and he heard I was a big fan of Outlander. Do you watch Outlander?
No, I have not. I'm
Oh,
too
you should
busy for
He
TV.
said he's so happy just to hear Scottish accents on American television.
Yeah, I used to train with Drew back in the day. About 10 years ago, I trained with him in BCW.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Very cool. Hey, I really appreciate you being part of this signing here. It gives people a chance to say hello, otherwise wouldn't be able to. And I couldn't tell you the next time I'll be over in Glasgow.
It's because it's actually my birthday tomorrow, so I got this for a birthday present.
Oh, nice. Happy birthday to you. We're gonna
Thank
sing
you.
Birthday. Come on in here, Lexi. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mad Mick. Happy birthday to you. All right. Have a nice day, Mick.
Thanks a lot. You as well.
Thanks, Mad Mick.
Always.
I like the name. Play on your name, Mick.
Maybe so.
All right, so we're going to bring in Jared, and he got the mail-in Buried Alive set that I mailed to you.
Okay, back corner over there. There's two of them. So it's the one that's in mint condition. Yeah, bring them both out. I'll see which one's in better condition. Oh, wait, Buried Alive. It's the Buried Alive. Yeah, there it is. I thought there was a second Buried Alive there. Okay. Oh, no, we already did sign the other Buried Alive. All right, here it is. So, Jared, do you want this personalized?
No, if you just sign it to Mankind, that'd be great.
Want to have a nice day or anything on there?
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Who's this young one
she's
here?
coming to say hi with Ariel.
Hi there. I see Ariel. And what's your name?
Estella.
Estella. That's so cool. Is that your daddy? Is he getting a cuddly Buried Alive action figure set?
She knows my toys are off limits, right? She's got her own toys. So.
All right. That's the way it should be.
Thank you.
All right. I think that looks pretty good.
Oh, that looks awesome.
Where are you?
We're getting all kinds of visitors here. Mick, my other daughter's here. She wants to say hi. This is Margot.
What's her name?
Margot.
Margot. All right.
Yep. So, no, thanks for doing this. This is awesome. I saw you at my first show. I'm from Michigan. I saw you at the first wrestling show I went to at Joe Louis. It was a house show, and you fought the Undertaker, and it was awesome. And I was hooked from that day. So it was awesome. And the Buried Alive, obviously, I got the Buried Alive set. I remember that match. I was so intrigued by that as a 10-year-old kid. That
I do.
Hold on.
Are you talking to wrestler?
Yeah. Sorry. So yeah, I was so intrigued by that. I was so blown away by that. I thought it was the coolest match ever.
Yeah, it was definitely intriguing. It had never been done before. I thought we pulled it off pretty good. And then the bolt of lightning came down from the scoreboard, struck the earth. The Undertaker's hand goes up.
Oh, it was
going off the air.
As a 10-year-old kid, it was incredible. So it was the greatest thing ever. So thank you. Thank you so much. It's great meeting you.
Have a nice day.
Yeah, thank you. You too.
Bye.
Thanks, Jared. All right, so our next person got the mini belt that we mailed in.
There's how big is the mini belt? Is it
like you can't see? Like it's really small. It's
really small.
Really small. Not the big full size one we sent too.
Not the one in the gray. The one in the gray case. Oh, there it is. Okay, got it. There's what. Lexi, this one.
Yep, and the sippy cup.
Okay, we'll get that one next. Okay, and who is it for?
This is going to be. I believe this is Alyssa. I believe.
Is Alyssa coming?
Hi.
Hi. Oh, Ariana. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Would you like to tell the world your special nickname for me?
Yes, I really missed you, my fuzzy ball of rainbows.
Fuzzy ball of rainbows.
How's it going?
Everything's going too. I miss you too, Ariana.
What were you doing? What were you what were you doing to keep you busy during the pandemic?
Oh, well, I've been reading, and for a couple weeks I did these free video messages. I don't know if I got one to your mom or not, but I've been appreciating the birds, and you've been to my house, so you know the river that we have.
Yes.
When you and your brother came over, well, I've been hanging out by the river. Once in a while, Lexi and her mom and her grandfather and grandmother come over. They have lunch with me and they go fishing. So we're just trying to keep busy. Are you doing good?
Yeah, I made a shirt for you.
Let me see it. Whoa, that's Santa wearing a mask so that he can keep people safe. That's awesome. I love it. That's so cool. I've never seen anything like that.
Thanks, Mom helped.
Yeah, Allie, that's beautiful.
Thank you.
All right. So you know what I'm going to do on this? I'm going to sign the back of it, okay, Ariana?
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yes.
It's a blue marker. I'm going to wear my glasses, so don't laugh at me. All right? And so it's for you, right?
You like to sign that one with your name, the cup, rather.
Just my name, okay. I'm going to write a have a nice day in here.
How's your family?
They're doing pretty good. I'm going to see them. They're in Florida. I'm going to see them in a little while, in a few days. I will tell them you said hello, okay, honey?
Okay.
All right. Thanks for giving me the best, toughest, coolest sounding wrestler nickname ever. Now coming down the aisle, Fuzzy Ball of Rainbows. You gave that to me. All right. You be good, okay?
You too.
All right. Love you, Ariana. Bye-bye.
Bye.
We'll see you later.
That was awesome. All right, the next person got your ring worn shirt.
Oh, okay. They bought that's the ring worn shirt. Lexi's the one with the beads on it. Yeah, there you go.
Brian.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing?
We're doing great.
So you bought the ring worn shirt, huh?
Yes, yeah, that was awesome.
This is so cool because I have over the years I've donated a lot of stuff to charities. I've given a lot of stuff. I've sold some stuff, so I don't have many things left. I'm thinking a silver Sharpie would probably be best on that.
That would be awesome.
With that, and do you want it personalized?
No, that's okay. Well, I was gonna see if you would write WCW ring worn Clash of the Champions 16 on it.
You got it. You want to do a bang bang first?
That would be great.
And
that's awesome.
All right, because that was Cactus Jack.
Yeah, and the coolest thing about like winning that one was they had it in a raffle, and as soon as I seen it, I remember watching it with my dad, which has passed away 5 years ago.
I'm sorry.
And so I bought a spot with his the year he was born, 1958, and I won in 58, and it was just kind of a coincidence because I watched that with him when you came out and kind of whipped up on Sting at Clash of the Champions out of the box. That was
What's
cool.
so cool about this is what Clash of the Champions was it?
16. And then if you could put, it was 16, Fall Brawl, 91.
Okay. 16, Fall Brawl.
And she wants to know if you know Charlotte Flair. That's her question.
Yes, I've known Charlotte for a long time. I first met Charlotte when she was, I think, 3 or 4 years old in 1991.
Awesome.
So, I mean, I didn't know her. Obviously, I saw her and her brother Reed playing. I think this looks pretty amazing.
It's great. It's great.
Cool about this was not just another match. Like, this was a make or break moment and the best elbow I've ever dropped in my career. But now they showed it in the highlight reel. I never dropped an elbow quite that good again.
It was pretty good. My first match watching you ever live was against actually Yoshi Kwan.
Oh yeah, I remember
in
Yoshi.
Houston. That it was it was a fall brawl or something like that, 93 maybe.
Yeah, they were really building Yoshi Kwan. And so a win over Yoshi Kwan was supposed to lead to me going against Vader. And then they actually had Yoshi lose to Mark Merrow, like on TV 2 days before I wrestled Leon. I was like, what the heck were you building the guy for? Not a knock on Mark Merrow, but they were trying to make me look like a giant killer. And Mark Merrow knocked him off the same week that I did. So who's this little one, Brian?
Tell me your name.
My name's Mackenzie.
Hi, Mackenzie. How you doing?
Good.
Does your dad have a lot of wrestling stuff around the house?
When I wasn't born, he was playing wrestle, but when I first came born, he did it. He stopped. He come to clean.
Did you be a wrestler?
What's that?
Were you a wrestler yourself, Brian?
I did some refereeing and stuff like that, and I used to help backstage, set up rings and stuff at shows.
Yeah, well, that's how I started. So, all right. Thank you so much to meet you. So nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you. Thank you so much, Mick.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Brian.
Thank you.
Our next gentleman, he mailed in a poster.
Okay, poster.
Hey, Brandon, can you let him know which poster that was?
I believe the Schamberger poster was the Three Faces of Foley. It's just a piece of artwork. It's probably about 11 by 16 or something.
It came in its own separate box.
It came in its... Oh, let me show you the two pieces I have.
Okay. It was the longer box, too.
I don't see a Schamberger. Is this it?
Yes, that's actually it. I thought it isn't Schamberger. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yes, that's it.
I wanted this to come out particularly good and take my time on it. So I signed it a few minutes before we began. I think it looked really good. And do you want me to personalize it?
Yeah, I would love that. That would be great.
And who's it to?
Just to myself, Brandon.
Brandon? All right.
Yeah.
I froze because I'm like, I don't think I have a Rob Schamberger, but I think this thing looks amazing. So I put
it does.
For Mankind, the orange for Cactus because it plays off the tiger, the leopard, and then Duke comes in there with the blue and the red Valentine. I think it looks really good. There you go. Thank you, Brandon. Do you have a wrestling question or any other type of question?
Hey, well, first off, I appreciate everything you do. A long time ago, we met at a show in, I think it was in Louisville or Evansville, Indiana, for an IWA show. Ian Rotten was running it. I don't know if you remember back then that far. But,
yeah, I've known Ian for years.
Well, I was about 17, almost 18, and I had just started wrestling with him, which that was a long time ago. And I'd met you then, which I don't expect you to remember me at all. But yeah, that's one of the things I always tell people. I was like, yeah, I've actually got to meet this guy. And then all the stuff that you had done in WCW, NWA, and WWF, it's just amazing. You've always been one of my favorites. So I appreciate that. I love all three characters. I don't think anybody else could have done all three characters like you have, a triple character. So it's always a great job.
Thank you, Brandon. I appreciate it. Have a nice day.
All right. You too. Bye-bye.
See you later.
Thanks, Brandon.
See you.
All right. So our next person is Joseph Hines, and he got the 2-pack of Mankind and Kane, Too Tough 3.
It's to the left, right by the oven, probably right behind the one of me and Paul Bearer. It's a 2-pack, me and Kane. No, left of that one, actually. There it is. All right.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing?
All right, pretty good. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Would you like? I'd like it in a red. I think a red would look good playing off Kane's
That's fine.
Suit, whatever you call it. And did you want it personalized?
Yes, if you wouldn't mind.
And to Joseph, have a nice day.
Yes, that'd be perfect.
All right. Now you have to get the mayor of Knoxville to sign this thing.
I actually live about 30 miles from him.
So have you had a chance to meet him?
I've actually seen him, but I've never got a chance to personally meet him.
Well, he was out there on the campaign trail a couple of years ago.
I actually just moved here about a year ago from Virginia.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, how do you like it?
Oh, it's pretty good. It's a little different, a little bit more storms than what I'm used to, but it's I'm dealing with it.
All right. Well, hey, you got any questions?
I actually had one question. Who was what character did you most enjoy playing out of your three?
I think of all the characters, I had the most fun as Latter-day Mankind. But I mean, deep down, I loved being the original Cactus Jack.
Yeah.
Because he was the guy that did all that stuff before I started making money.
Oh yeah.
Once you start making money, then you're always looking out for the next show. But the Cactus stuff, oftentimes I wasn't really concerned with the next show. I was just concerned with doing the very best I could for that show. Does it make any sense?
Yeah.
All
yeah.
right. All right. Thanks, Joseph. Appreciate
All right.
it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Have a nice day.
You too.
Thanks, Joseph. All right, our next person is Yvonne. I'm going to bring her in because somebody gifted this to her as a birthday present, and I'm going to let her pick which one she'd like.
All right.
Oh.
Hey, Yvonne.
Hi,
So I'm
how
going
you
to show
doing?
you the options real quick of the 8x10s that we have, and you can pick because I know Justin gifted this to you, okay?
Yeah.
So we have this one where he's holding the belt. We have this one,
Mhm.
that one, or the what we call the Hasbro version.
That's funny. Probably that second to last one would be amazing.
All right.
This one.
No, the other one, the one with all the characters, Cactus Drag and.
Okay,
and
got it.
everybody.
Okay.
All right. And so you want me, is this for Yvonne?
Yes, please. That would be
IV?
amazing. IVONNE.
All right. All right. I'm going to do Cactus Jack in an orange for you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And we'll have Dude Love in a blue. And then I make the letter O in the shape of a Valentine.
Of course.
And I think it looks pretty groovy.
Oh, I love it. Thank you.
All right. You like it?
Yeah.
You're not related to Manny Villalobos, are you?
No, well, I don't think so.
He was a wrestler in world class when I was there in the late 1980s.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Do you have any questions, Yvonne?
Not necessarily. I mean, I just wanted to let you know, like, your 1996 Buried Alive match with The Undertaker is what got me into wrestling when I was like 9. And I'm 33 now, and I'm still super into wrestling. So you were by far like one of my childhood heroes, if I ever had one. So I respect you in so many ways. You don't even know.
I appreciate
this is
that.
amazing.
That was a crazy match, right? Did you think one of us was actually going to die?
Huh?
Did you think one of us was going to be buried alive and never seen from them again?
Let me tell you, I was 9, and like my parents had just brought me into like the country. I didn't really know English that much. I had like no like what's it called? I had no basis of like background to this match. I just walked into it because my uncle was watching it like in another room, and I was super captivated by it. I was like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening.
You were thinking, what kind of country is this?
Yeah.
Where did you come from?
Like, and let me tell you, when the Undertaker like raised his hand up, like after you guys had like Triple H, you, Goldust, like all you guys had buried him, and they ended the pay-per-view with him like lifting his hand up and be like, he's alive. That scared the hell out of me for like a week. I had nightmares.
Yeah,
but
the lightning down from the sky hit the ground and his
hit the ground and everything. Yeah, it was.
Ethan,
so
what
scary
country did you come here from?
Huh?
What country?
I came from Mexico.
Mexico. Do you still speak Espanol?
Yes, I do. It's my first language, and then I learned English later on.
¿Cómo te portaste este año?
Bien mal.
Okay. Bien. Muy bien.
Tantito. Aquí, allá.
All right. Thanks so much.
No, I appreciate you. Thank you, man.
All right. Bye-bye. Thank you for being a fan. I appreciate it. Bye.
Of course. Okay. Bye.
Thanks, Yvonne. Okay, so our next gentleman is Sean Peterson. I'm going to bring him in real quick because he sent in some figures, and in my old age, I went absent-minded on these ones. So I'm going to let us know what he sent in. Hey, Sean, how are you?
Good. How about you guys?
Hi, Sean.
Can you give
How are
me
you
a
doing, Nick?
reminder of what you sent in, Sean? I apologize.
Yeah, I sent in a Dude Love Elite and 2 of the Mick Foley with Danny Davis.
All right, Dude Love Elite, okay. And then 2 of the Mick Foleys to the right by the stove. Yeah. All right. And do you want any of these personalized?
No.
Just my signature?
Yep.
All right. Okay. So we're going to do, all right. Okay. You trust my judgment with colors, or do you have particular colors you want?
I trust your judgment.
All right. So
You
what I'm
seem
gonna
to
do,
be
red on here to play off the red and black flannel, okay?
okay.
And even though it's a Mick Foley, not a Cactus Jack, it's Cactus Jack-esque, so I'm going to give you a bang bang on there, okay?
Perfect.
All right. The other one, I'll go with a more traditional Have a Nice Day.
Perfect.
All right. There we go. How's that look? Oh, can you show him the Dude Love? Because I think he's going to really like that one, the way that came out.
Awesome.
Look at the dude. The dude.
Awesome.
Nice.
Dude Gate.
Hey, man, where are you living?
I currently live in Southern California. I'm originally from the East Coast, though, born in New York. Moved to Pennsylvania when I was about 12. I actually met you at a AAA baseball game in Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Yeah. I remember doing.
Yeah. And then I actually saw you at a AA baseball game in Binghamton. I don't think you were scheduled to be there, but me and my brother were there.
Right?
Yeah. Me and my brother were there, and we saw you sitting behind home plate, and we were like, "Is that Mankind?" And
I enjoy baseball. Yeah.
yeah. I actually work for a single A team out here.
Oh, what's the name of the team?
The Inland Empire 66ers. We're the single A affiliate of the Angels.
Excellent, man. Yeah, I just love being around the field. It's so cool.
Yeah, it's awesome.
All right. Thanks, Sean. I appreciate it.
All right. Thanks, Mick.
Have a nice day.
Thanks, Sean.
Thanks, you too.
Hey, before we bring in the next person, Mick, you know the cup with the straw? The cup with the straw?
Talking?
It sounded like his daughter. You know that Mankind cup with the straw in it?
This might help me out a lot.
I think he's actually muted himself.
Okay. See if this will reach around. There we go. See if it'll go around the back and plug in there.
All right.
Yeah. All right. That's going to save me. Excellent.
All right.
Who are we waiting on, David?
You know that Mankind cup with the straw?
Is somebody muted?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay, you know that Mankind cup with the straw?
Yes.
Can you sign that to Ariana and then put from her fuzzy ball of rainbows?
All right. I'm afraid it's going to come off. I know she's going to want to use it.
She might, yeah, that's for sure. It's a great cup. I have one.
Don't, in case she's listening, you'll have to interpret what I'm saying. I have portrayed an iconic figure for her in December, and she has no idea that we know each other, if that makes any sense. So she loves. All right, fuzzy ball of rainbows.
All right, so we got Gregory Mitchell. I'm going to get his choice now because I haven't been able to get his PMs. So Gregory, can you let me know which 8x10 you would like? I'm going to put them up on the screen.
Okay, thank you.
There's the one with the belt.
Okay, one with the belt over there, Lexi.
There's that one. There's that one.
All right, this one. Okay.
Well, actually, this guy right here, that's the one.
This one? Oh, the one I just showed. That one?
The last one you just showed, the one with all of the different incarnations.
This one?
Hello
Okay.
there.
That's the one.
You two, haven't I?
Yeah.
Several times.
I see that you've got my green and black flannel.
Yes.
Yeah,
and the shirt that you gifted me.
Right.
Why did I gift it to you? Can you remind me?
Do you want to tell him?
No, you do.
Oh, okay. We were getting married. We met you at a show in Marlborough, Massachusetts. So you gifted us the shirt for her, and then you made out a sacco to us to wish us a happy nuptials. So we got him a little dress suit for the affair. Sorry, I'm need to go the right way with that.
What about the green and black flannel shirt?
Oh, that's just mine.
Oh, okay. 'Cause it looks like Foley, and I think I donated a lot of stuff for the hurricane that hit Puerto Rico and the one that hit Texas a couple weeks earlier. So, all right, cool. I'm so glad to hear I did something nice. So I just gave it to you?
Yeah.
Wow. All right. That's a pretty.
It was a slow day. We caught you at a good time.
Oh, that was slow in March.
Yeah.
When I've been there 6 months earlier, it was really rocking. I was expecting it to be like that again, and it was not.
It was not.
It was really slow. I was next to the person who did the voice for Hermie the Elf in Rudolph. Did you know that?
I guess I don't remember that part.
We were there to see you.
So who do I make this out to?
You can make it out to me, to Greg.
All right, so I'm putting. Do you want to say hello to Lexi? Lexi,
Sure.
help say?
Why not?
Yeah.
Hi, Lexi.
Hi, Lexi.
There she is.
He's very nice to you on camera, which I think is a good sign.
Oh, okay. Orders instead.
So, Mick, we just celebrated our 2nd anniversary at the end of April.
Oh, that's awesome! Congratulations. Now, how soon into the relationship? Who was the fan first? So, how soon into the relationship did he spring it on you that he had this thing he liked?
It was pretty quick. We've actually seen you in person, with the exception of 2020. Each year we've been together since 2014. that's
awesome. I know you guys look familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you actually gave her a compliment and didn't realize it. We saw you at the Kowloon in Saugus doing a Friday night stand-up show, and her laugh is really echoed, really carried the room, and you're like, I don't know who that is laughing. It's a really nice laugh, and it was my wife.
So it wasn't anything creepy. It wasn't me like, hey.
No.
Good.
It was very nice.
All right, good. One man's compliments, another one's. All right. Well, we really appreciate you being long-term fans, wearing my stuff, rocking it, and loving what we do together.
Yeah, we really appreciate you too. Keep going strong, and we look forward to seeing you in person when the world comes back to normal a little bit.
Normal. And meantime, in case I don't say it, I think people can watch what we're doing here. I'm just really thankful that fans participate and that groups like Wrestling Asylum have figured out how to connect us with fans, because when my tour fell apart in the middle of March because of the coronavirus, I was looking for the first time at like 5 straight months with nothing on the schedule, and I'm used to being busy. Never mind the fact that I was like, wow, I've got no income whatsoever coming in, and so this is really nice. It gives me a chance to hang out, and everybody's safe, so it works out nice. Thanks so much to you and to everybody who might be watching.
Thanks, Max.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Take care.
All right. So our next person mailed in one of those hardcore belts that you had.
Okay.
It's like a toy belt.
Toy belt. The toy belt over there. Okay.
Hey, Chase.
Hey, how are you?
All right. Hey, Chase, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
What are you, in the fog or something?
Apparently, I don't know why. It doesn't look like this when I'm teaching, so I don't know why it's looking like this now.
Do you teach virtually?
Yeah, I'm teaching virtually right now.
Man, it's got to be difficult, right?
It's interesting. Little 6-year-olds trying to teach them how to work a computer. That's been fun.
Well, you guys have to have the patience of saints. What color do you think would look good on this?
I heard you said orange earlier. That's my
Orange?
favorite color.
Go with orange. All right.
So let's stick with it.
Make it out to Chase?
Just sign it, please.
Right. You want to have a nice day on there or anything?
Yeah, that's good. Have a nice day would be great.
Good choice. This thing's popping here.
I figured it would. Usually orange and black. Good for Halloween, too.
Certainly is. Don't let Taz know we're using orange. He thinks he's got dibs on it.
I won't let him know you did it.
All right. I think that came out good. I'll show it to you. Hold on a second.
Oh, yeah, it looks awesome.
Good, man.
Thank you
so much for supporting the meet and greet. Appreciate that. Any
Thank
questions
you.
for you, Chase?
No, I don't think I have anything. Just thanks for signing it.
What part of the country are you in?
Texas. I'm in Fort Worth.
Oh,
Staying
Fort Worth.
indoors right now.
I fell off I was thrown off the scaffold in Fort Worth and broke my wrist.
Well, you have good memories of it here.
They talk you into wrestling on top of a scaffold for $75. That's crazy. And yeah, of course I'll do it. So I just saw my tag team partner, Gorgeous Gary Young, yesterday.
Really?
He and I, we rocked world-class championship wrestling in 88 and 89.
I follow that. That's my dream belt right there. Is the Texas Championship. So I've been trying to get that one.
Oh, man. All right. Well, maybe one day.
Yep.
Thanks, Chase. Good to
Have a
see
good
you.
one.
Appreciate it. Have a nice day.
Thanks, Chase. All right. So our next person, give me a minute, got this 8x10.
All right. This one here. Okay.
And we're going to bring in Mr. John Breuer.
Hello.
John, how are you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
All right. You look like a wrestler yourself, John.
Maybe the size of one, but no.
You doing okay?
Yeah. How you been?
This photo for you?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to do this with a blue paint pen. I think it's going to look really nice.
Cool.
I'm a big fan of the blue paint pen. It goes with just about anything. And
My favorite color anyway.
Do you have any questions you want to ask me?
No, basically just how are you feeling physically now?
You know, pretty good. Better than I was, 15 years ago. The problem I had is once I had my hip and knee replaced, I felt so much better that I didn't feel the necessity to be quite as light as I had been for a few years. And I slowly but surely started putting on a lot of that weight. But even being almost as heavy as I was to begin with, I still get around a lot better than I used to. It's not that constant, just incredible pain. I just got used to feeling so bad for so long. I didn't remember what it was like to feel good. So I get out of bed. Like I'm going to go on a pretty long drive tomorrow. And it used to be when I got out of the car after 3 or 4 hours, it was one of the worst feelings in the world. And now I just take a step like a regular person. So I do still walk with a limp, but not like I used to.
That's good to hear.
Hey, thanks, John.
Feel better.
Appreciate you being a fan.
Thank you, Mick.
Have a nice day.
You too. Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks, John.
Thank you.
All right, so our next person got your photograph with Billy Gunn, I believe.
Oh, okay. So that would be, give me that pile. Oh, the second pile to the right. There we go. Thank you, Lexi. All right.
It's Billy.
Or the photos. It might be in that. It might be in that one, the 8x10s. Let me see. Oh, there it is. Right on the top. Yeah. Hi, Billy Ann Wolf. How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
What's cool about these, I think, is that I'm not saying there's not another photo like it somewhere because it's probably something WWE took. But this was in Kuwait, and those are burned out tanks, probably Iraqi tanks from the 1990 war we had with them. And it's me and Billy out there visiting troops in the desert. It's cool. It's not just like a posed photo or a wrestling photo. And what color would you like me to sign this in?
Whatever you think looks best.
I think on this one, a classic, I think a blue Sharpie would look good. All right.
I'm down for that.
To Billy Ann?
Yes. Sorry. I'm nervous.
Was there another answer?
No. There's Billy Badass. but that's okay.
Okay. So you sometimes go by Billy Badass?
Yeah.
Is Billy Gunn one of your favorites?
Yeah, actually, but you're above him. Shh, don't tell him.
Do you know this was the only time I ever used this line? I wrestled Billy Gunn in Philadelphia, and I said, "Oh yeah, you got this name you're proud of? Well, just give me a second. I'm going to show the fans in Philadelphia what a really badass looks like." And I started to remove my sweatpants, and then he attacked me from behind. So we were having another take on what that whole phrase "badass" means. So
That's awesome.
And where do you live?
I live in up near Albany, New York.
Oh yeah, I know it well. What town?
I live in Clifton Park.
I know Clifton Park. My friend Joanne Adams is from Clifton Park. She's got like 12 brothers and sisters. So her sister Helen still lives there. She was a good friend of mine from high school. So I've been there a bunch of times.
That's crazy.
Very cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I've lived here since 2013. I'm originally from Cincinnati.
Okay. And you can see the Clifton Park highway sign on the highway on 87, right? Yeah, I know it very well. Well, thank you. Do you have a wrestling question?
No, I wanted to give you another thank you, though, because you signed the Tales from Rescue Lane for me yesterday.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And I've read that. I have 3 kids, 19, 12, and 10, and I've read it to all of them. And it was like my first attempt, like, oh, they're going to watch wrestling. They're going to like it. It's such a good book, and I just wanted to say thank you.
A lot of fun about that is I wrote it in 2001, but then I had a falling out with the company. So it wasn't published for a few more years. We actually had to change the characters. Like Stacy was originally China, and they had to give Lita red hair because she was somebody else.
Right.
But when I would read it to camps or schools, you could see that the teacher would realize about 10 minutes in, oh, they're learning a little lesson without realizing they're learning.
Exactly.
Children, really learn how to get along despite their differences. And I got to poke fun at Al Snow, so that was fun too.
Exactly. I'm an Ohio girl originally, so got to be nice to Al.
Sorry about that. All right.
It's all right. It's all right.
Thank you for being a big fan, Billy Ann.
Thank you. It was my honor. Thank you so much.
Okay. Bye-bye. Bye.
Thank you. All right, so we have Shannon Lemon coming in, and he got this 8x10.
All right.
Hey, Shannon.
Hey, what's up, David? What's up, Mick?
Shannon, how are you there?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm going to do multiple colors on this. Cactus Jackson, orange.
Awesome.
Dude Love's going to come in a brilliant blue. Oh, that's not blue. And in the meantime, do you have any wrestling questions you'd like to ask me?
I don't really have any questions for you. I just like to hear stories. So if there's something you want to talk about or tell a story you want to tell, let me hear it, man.
Even if it's one I've told before?
Yeah, I don't care.
Well, just doing a Vince McMahon imitation makes me happy. So when he gave me my name, this is for Shannon, right?
Yep.
He said, "Have you heard your name?" I lied, and I said, "No," but I actually had heard my name. It's going to be Mason the Mutilator. And he said, "In this business, we've had crushers. We've had destroyers. We've had executioners. But we've never had," he got real close, he went, "a mutilator. And that's what you are." And he asked me what I thought. So I just said, I like it, which I didn't. I thought it was a terrible name. He gave me the Mason thing. I said, what if instead of Mason the Mutilator, I was Mankind the Mutilator? And he didn't understand. And I said, people could talk about the future of mankind, the destruction of mankind, and no one would know we were talking about a person or a people. And he had a yellow notebook. He took out all kinds of notes and took almost everything that I suggested. Pretty cool, right?
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Thanks, Shannon. Thanks so much for being a fan. I appreciate it.
All right, thanks, Mick. Have a
Thanks,
great
Shannon.
Day. Yeah.
All right, so our next person, we mailed you a plaque in. It had your 3 faces on it. It was like a little plaque.
Okay, a little with the card? Okay.
Yep, and this is for Zach. We're bringing in Zach.
Okay, so I remove the card here. Okay. Zach, how you doing?
Pretty good. Yourself?
That wanted shirt's got some wear and tear on it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. But I have your collector's edition put away.
Okay, cool. I'm going to see what I can do here. All right. I'm going to use my smaller pens. All right. So it's going to be Cactus Jack. All right. I'm going to come in with a Dude Love in light blue up here. Dude's going to have a little Valentine for the letter O. Well, that didn't come out too good. Hold on a second. I take this autographing stuff very seriously. And then we're going to have a Cactus of Mankind. That didn't come out great. Hold on a second. Cactus of Mankind. All right. I think it came out pretty good. There we go. What do you think?
It's pretty tight.
Pretty nice. All right, Lexi, just save this. Don't put it on yet, okay? All right. So you've been getting some use out of that wanted shirt, huh?
Very much.
How long have you had it?
2014.
2000. All right, very cool. And where are you from, there, Zach?
I live in a small town on the border of Arizona and Nevada.
What's the name of it?
Laughlin.
Okay, I can't say I've been there, but it must be getting hot there, huh?
I'm starting to cool off now.
Okay, good to hear. All right, thanks, Zach. I appreciate it.
I have a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Your WCW Halloween Havoc cage match.
Yes.
Clusterfuck, right?
Yes. Indeed it was.
What happened? With the switch?
Oh,
and then you kind of were on the cage for a long time.
I had to pretend it didn't fall down. And then I had to climb up there, pretend I didn't see what was going on behind me. I had to lift the switch so I could then throw it. And it was just a bad concept. The whole idea of electrocuting a human being, having ghouls come out to carry his body away. We had kind of an all-star heel team there. It was me and Abdullah and Leon White and Scott Hall, and then one other person, may have been Giant Gonzalez. I can't remember, but you had some pretty good people in there. So it was a little bit crazy. But there's a reason there was for a Chamber of Horrors Part 2, you know? There was for a sequel to that terrible match.
Got a little better.
All right, thanks.
I wasn't really a fan of WCW, but I watched you when I could.
I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Have a
Thank
nice
you.
day.
You too.
Thanks, Zach.
Thank you, Dave.
All right, so our next gentleman is Nick, and he got one of the elites, the Danny Davis one.
Okay, over there to the right.
Hey, Nick.
Yeah.
Hey, David.
Hey, Nick, how you doing there?
Good. Hey, Mick. How's it going?
How do you pronounce that last name?
Rareby.
Rareby, okay. And Nick,
Yeah.
you want this personalized?
Sure. Just to Nick would be fine.
I'm going to put it in red so it pops off the shirt, okay?
That would be awesome. Thank you.
Excellent. There we go. I'm going to throw a bang bang. Feels like a Cactus Jack figure, even though it's a Mick Foley figure.
Yeah, it definitely feels very Cactus Jack.
Does Danny Davis get royalties for every one of these things sold?
You know, that's a good question. Since there's a part of him in every one, you feel like maybe he'd get a little something.
I didn't realize there was so much like interest in Dangerous Danny Davis.
Me neither.
The great heel turn, referee heel turn. I thought WCW did it better with Teddy Long, though.
Yeah. I actually just rewatched when he did the heel turn, and then they had the tag team match. I thought that was kind of ahead of its time.
Which one was that?
Wasn't it after, I want to say WrestleMania 5, where he teamed with the Hart Foundation?
When who did?
Danny Davis.
Oh, God, I can't remember. I don't know. I think I was on the road, or I don't think I ever actually saw that.
I actually wanted to ask you a question.
Sure.
So, you know, everybody always mentions the Hell in the Cell match, but if you could your legacy be known for one match, like what match would you choose?
You know, the one I'm proudest of is the first singles no rope barbed wire match I had with Terry Funk, because we went so far out of our way to try to create interest for that little promotion. Like it wasn't like we were, Terry was doing pretty good financially. I was not making a lot of money, but I just really wanted the opportunity to prove that I could draw money.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd ever had that chance. And so when I realized IWA Japan was going to give me the ball and not ask for it back until I was done running with it, I just decided to do whatever I could to make it as successful as I could.
That's awesome. I think that speaks a lot about your character as a person.
Hope so.
Yeah. I just wanted to say thank you, for everything, all that you've given for wrestling, and, just how much, the fans respect you and how much you mean to them.
I really appreciate that. Thanks, Nick Werby.
You're welcome.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Nick.
All right. What's strange is we're plugged in, but we're still losing power. I just don't think we're losing it as quick. I think this is a very. I don't think it's going as well as if it was plugged into a regular outlet. But until it gets down to like 30, once it gets down to 30, we'll just plug it in and we'll change the camera angle. Okay. Okay.
All right. So our next gentleman is Lawrence, and he got this 8x10.
All right. Hello, Lawrence.
Hey, Mick. How you doing?
How are you doing, man?
Good. It's two things. First off, I just wanted to thank you because, when I was younger, I first discovered you when I was renting videos. It's sort of dating both of us. But when I was renting videos from the video store, and I started watching wrestling after my dad died, and helped me get through it.
Well, you're welcome. That does go back a long way to where people rented videos, right?
Yeah. And second of all, I actually met you a few years ago. I'm here in Montreal, and I met you at the Just for Laughs festival. Yeah. You were talking to Alonzo Bowden at the time at the back of the room. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, and I could tell you that in a room, I think it was their award show, and a room full of all the big comedic stars. The second you walked in, everyone at our table got quiet, and oh my God, that's Mick Foley.
That's so cool.
You're the biggest star in the room.
Just for Laughs had a big effect on me because up until then I was shying away from doing more wrestling stories. And then I was like, wait a second, there's 250 funnier people than me here at the hotel. And they've got 20 years of experience. I'm taking the one thing that makes me different and I'm not using it. So once I realized I could create stories and retell stories, but retell them for the stage, that I could try to make them better every night. I started doing really much better. Brendan Burns was with me. He's a great comic from Australia, and he got mad at me for trying out new material at Just for Laughs. And he goes it's not respectful to the festival. He goes, you don't try out new material. You owe it to the fans. Give them the best material you have. And so up until then, I thought that was cheating, do the same stuff every night. But then you realize if you're working on it and trying to make it better every night and finding ways to get laughs or get more interest, then you're not cheating. You're not cheating people. You're treating them to the best shows that you can.
100%. And I went to the show. It was a lot of fun. I greatly enjoyed it.
Thanks so much. Did Jason Sensation do Stone Cold that night?
Yes.
He does.
He did.
What an amazing impression he does of Steve. Hey, thanks, Lawrence. Appreciate it. Like the shirt, too.
No, but guys, I'm going to see if I can record it later, but can you say hi to my friends who are also big wrestling fans, the Grab Squad?
The Grab Squad?
Yeah.
Grab? All right, ready? Hey, this is the hardcore legend Mick Foley with a shout out for the Grab Squad. Have a nice day.
Thank you, Mick.
All right, you got it, buddy. See you, Lawrence.
Thanks, Lawrence. All right, so our next person sent a poster as well. It came in a square looking box, and it was a drawing. Looked like a drawing of the three faces. Yep, you got it.
All right. I got it right here.
Here we go. Hey, Shane.
Hey guys, hey Mick.
Doing
I'm doing good. How are you?
good, Shane. Did you do this?
No, a buddy of mine drew that for me. I told him that you were doing this virtual meet and greet, and he draws everything for me. I have drawings from Sasha Banks, like all top stars signed, and once he knew he had to draw something special for me to get signed by you.
It's amazing. The reason, but my only worry is that because there's so much going on, there's not a lot
Okay.
of spaces for me to sign on.
Okay.
So I'm usually pretty good at figuring out what colors go where. I think we do well to do all three in a dark blue Sharpie.
That's fine with me.
All right. And do you want it personalized?
Yes, make it out to Shane, please.
Shane. Okay. All right. All right, so we got Dude Love going on. All right, we're going to go with Cactus Jack. Maybe let me see if I could throw a little, Cactus Jack down here. All right, and then Mankind up here. I'll do Bang Bang. In the meantime, I think it came out pretty good. Let me know what you think.
Oh, that looks perfect.
Okay, great. So put that over there, Lexi. Thank you so much. And do you have a question, Shane?
I do. I'm from West Virginia. So do you have any like good memories from like West Virginia working there or anything like that?
Yeah, because I had not only my first match in Clarksburg, but because I broke in Western Pennsylvania, Pennsylvania had an athletic commission. Ohio and West Virginia did not. So I would say first 50 matches, probably 35 of them were in either West Virginia or Ohio.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, when I look back, wrestling at Polka, West Virginia, I misspelled it in my book. I spelled it Polka, but it was Poka. Yeah, there were 26 people in the audience, and I know because I counted them when I had Shane Douglas in a rear chin lock. I was like, 26. We still did the best match we possibly could. And that was a pretty good match by the standards of the independents of that era. And then I have another great memory of driving with Shane to, who was Troy Orndorff at the time, to 100 West Virginia.
Yep, I know that one pretty well.
We were going to be working a show for Bill Watts. Bill Watts trying to expand his base, past the oil cities that made up, the Mid-South territory, because the oil business had taken a tumble. And so he was taking advantage of the great syndicated television show he had. And we're driving through all these little towns, mountains. We're thinking, who the heck's going to be here? We arrive at 100 High School, and it was just packed with some of the greatest fans. I worked with Shane opening match, I think, and we just tore the house down. So I did. I really liked wrestling in West Virginia. I'm always fond of driving through there and looking at the names of the towns where I wrestled, because I probably over the course of time wrestled at least 70 shows in West Virginia. So I've been up and down all around the state.
And it's funny because my middle name is actually Douglas. So
Shane Douglas Little. Whoa.
Yes.
Very cool.
Yes.
I think there's a paternity suit going on here.
You know what? There might be.
Hey, thanks, Shane.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for being a fan.
Thanks, Shane.
Thank
nice
you.
photo, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was excellent.
All right, our next person is Nicholas, and he got, let me see, he got this one.
All right, that one, Lexi. Okay, Nicholas. Okay.
Hey, Nicholas.
Hey, what's up, Mick? How are you?
How are you doing, Nicholas?
Oh, great. I'm doing great. How are you?
Excellent. Where are you? At your house?
Yeah, I'm in my house.
And where do you live?
I live in New York.
What part of New York?
Queens, the Queens area.
Have I met you before?
I have not. I have not met you.
Oh, okay. Well, man, we got to change that sometime.
I know, but to be honest, this collection I want to show you. You would actually think I did meet you.
Okay.
Can I show you the collection?
Yeah.
I got stuff like I loved you when I was a kid because you were like one of those crazy wrestlers. Like, of course, jumping off the cage was freaking awesome, and I loved it. You know, me as a 10-year-old boy, I was like freaking. I love that type of stuff. But I have this one.
Oh yeah, with me and Noelle. That's awesome. Did she sign it too? Oh, cool.
Yeah, she did.
Where did you get that? If you haven't met me.
I'll tell you. There's a store by my house. It's called the Wrestling Universe.
Oh yeah, I know it well. Yeah.
Yep. I got it from them. That one.
You know, they asked me about doing another signing. And I was like, I don't feel quite safe. Just
Yeah.
You know, even though New York's done a really good job battling the virus.
Yeah,
there's a lot of things to learn from us, right, Lexi? But I don't feel quite safe yet, you know, being that close and shaking hands and all that and hugging.
I asked him. He said the same exact thing. He goes like, Mick doesn't want to come out. I was like, okay.
Yeah, but we'll see if that changes. Maybe in November.
Cool. I got this one too.
Oh, that's a good one. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, this is the 3-1.
I love it, man. Thank you so much, Nicholas. Thanks for being
No
a fan.
problem. Wait, I want to show you a couple more.
Yeah, let me see it.
I got this one, which is You Just Signed Cactus.
Oh, I did. Okay, yeah, I should have given you 3 feet. Okay.
I got Mankind.
Oh, yeah. I do have one of those framed here.
Yeah.
I think the reason okay, go ahead.
Last one.
Oh, and a Mr. Sacco. Nice.
Yes.
You know, I started having them made up by Pro Wrestling Tees started printing them. Do you know why I did that? In addition to it being so much work and buying out every like sock and Sharpie I could find at every Walmart, Kmart, Target, the fumes from those big markers, brother, you know, yeah. The
Yeah, I
fumes
got that one from by Superstars. He said you did a limited edition.
Yep, yeah.
Those socks. So those things went quick.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, a couple of years ago, I did one to raise money for some of Santa's helpers. One of Santa's helpers whose apartment had burned down, and 200 of them. They went like that. So we raised.
She wants to see me too.
Hi there. How you doing?
Good.
Is that Patrick on your shirt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You love that.
Well, very nice to meet you. See you, Nicholas. I hope I get to see you soon.
Did you sign them the 3 characters?
Yeah, I sure did.
Oh, you did?
I put them all. I did Cactus Jack in orange.
Say it one more time, please.
Cactus Jack is in orange.
Uh-huh.
Dude Love is up there in blue with a red Valentine, and then Mankind is there in silver.
Yes, I definitely want to meet you, and thank you so much for doing this.
You're welcome. Thank you, Nicholas. We'll see you later.
Thanks, Nicholas.
Thanks, David.
All right, so our next person is Shane, and I'm going to let him pick his 8x10, so just give us 1 second. Hey, Shane.
Hey, how's it going, Mick?
How you doing, Shane?
Which 8x10 did you want, Shane? Did you want the belt?
Yes, correct.
The belt, okay, all right.
And Mick, my thing is I love crazy inscriptions, so if you could put F.U. Shivani on that would be great. You don't have to put the word F in you. I know your F-bomb thing. You're more...
All right. Don't make a big angle out of this.
No. It's the whole him giving up you winning it.
You know what? I did a cameo video. The guy wanted me to be Mankind, so I can't do a whole video as Mankind. But what I did, I started with the mask and I cut a promo. It was for Eric about how I didn't want to do it because Eric had ruined I don't want to wish Eric a happy birthday. He ruined the biggest moment of my life. He did. And then he ran off. And then I took out his mask and I was like, whoa, no, Mankind. No, that's not that Eric. So I had a little fun with it.
And then I also got a question. How is Huey and Mickey doing? I loved Holy Foley, and I think Huey has the Foley comedic timing. He's
got great comedic timing. Nobody that was like such a bonus. They didn't know what they were getting with the boys. It's just Huey doesn't even look like the same human being anymore. When we did the show, he was 5'2" and 210 pounds, and now he's 6'5" and 145 pounds.
Wow, he shot up there.
Yeah, he's like a string bean, but he's still got great timing. Yeah, he's a funny kid.
And I got one more thing. My sister She has a bone to pick with you.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, because of you, I got tortured with Mr. Sacco when I was little.
Sorry. I'm so sorry
He
about
hold me down and tortured me with that darn thing.
Shane, come on. You should be. All right. Sorry about that.
Yeah, you're good.
Have a nice day.
Thanks, Mick. Appreciate it, buddy.
Okay.
Thanks, Shane. Hey, Mick, can you do me a huge favor?
Yep.
Can we do a shout out for Billy's kids? She forgot to ask. Their names are Xavier, Winston, and Olive.
Okay, ready?
Go ahead.
Hello, Xavier. Hello, Winston. Hello, Olive. This is the hardcore legend, Mick Foley, and I am wishing you a very nice day. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, so our next person is Joe Ellen, and I believe she's letting you pick the 8x10, but I will get that correction now. Hey, Joe Ellen, how are you?
Hi, I'm great.
Did you say Mick can pick your 8x10, or did you want to see the options?
There was one with all three characters, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll take that one.
This one?
Yep.
Right. Did I hear Joe Ellen or just? Oh, it is Joe Ellen. Okay.
Yep.
My daughter's name is Noelle, so I often call her Noelle. So love the name.
I've met you a couple times. I met you down in Iowa when you did your combi routine, and then I also met you up in Duluth. I was on that show, Ann Brookstone.
Oh,
with Dave Sabick.
The freezing one, right?
Yeah, the really cold one. Yep.
Duluth is brutal in February, right?
Yep.
And you were actually working the show?
What's that?
Did you say you were working on the show?
Yeah, I was with Cherry and Daphne.
Oh, yeah. That was the first night that I met Daphne.
Yep.
Very, very cool. I didn't know I had a big influence on her. I didn't know it at the time.
Oh, yeah, she's great.
She is great. Okay, so this is for Joe Ellen, right?
Yep, that's right.
Were you?
And if I could ask you, I didn't know, have you, other than in WWE, have you wrestled in Minnesota before? Or?
Oh, yeah. I had wrestled in WCW.
Oh, sure.
And I'm pretty sure I'd done a handful of independent shows, and I've definitely done book signings in both St. Paul and, and Minneapolis. Yeah. Were you Dave's girlfriend at the time?
I was, yes.
See, I remember. And you were in the car with me from the airport, right?
Yep, that's right. And I told you the story about how when you did that book signing in St. Paul, and I had just started training, and I was like, oh, cool, I get to meet Mick Foley, and I'm going to ask him for some advice. And I said, what's your advice? And you said, don't become a wrestler.
And that was it?
That was it. That's all you said.
Wow, I should have followed. But if you really feel like you need to. And that was at an independent bookstore, right? Not a chain?
Right.
Really cool one.
Yeah, and now 10 years later, I know what you meant.
Yeah, it's just the odds of making it are not good. The odds of being crushed physically and emotionally are really high. So I don't advise people to do it, but if they do feel like they need to, they have to keep a good perspective. Have to be kind of safe. As crazy as it sounds coming from me, definitely take care of your opponent's health and well-being.
Yep.
And then don't forget to have fun along the way.
Yep. Yeah. I'm retired now, but I definitely would definitely do it again. That's for sure.
Oh, good. All right. Well, nice seeing you again.
Yeah, it's nice to see you again.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Joe Ellen. All right, so our next person, let's see, is he backstage anymore? No, it doesn't look like he is. Okay, all right, so we're going to go to the next person. He got, let me pull it up for you. It's going to be Max, and he just got one, so let's get him in. He got your thumbs up, Cactus Jack, this one.
Okay, that's Max.
Hey, Max.
Hey.
Max, how you doing?
Great. How are you?
How do you pronounce that last name?
Sartov.
What kind of name is that? It's a cool name.
Russian, Polish.
Very nice. All right, I've never heard that before. And you got some faces of Foley behind your shoulder, huh?
Yeah, you're standing there behind me.
Good. I appreciate
all on the same side, though. All on the devil side. Devil and
There's no Dude Love should be the angel on your shoulder.
Yeah, no, actually, he's my favorite. Dude Love's my favorite.
Like your mom, right? Yeah. Thank you. So here, I think it came out pretty good in blue, right?
Can you sign the others as well?
The other names on here?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want different colors for them?
Yeah, that would be great. I like all three, and I figured that picture would probably be best to see all three.
With the black background, yeah.
Hey, you gave me great memories growing up as a kid. I loved watching you. I saw you at the DC Improv also when you came and told your stories.
Which show? The last one or a couple of years ago?
A couple years back.
That's a great. It's a great venue. So
Yeah, it is.
I came out good.
Awesome. That looks great.
To do the current tour there, and in the fall, before the spring tour got canceled because of the virus. But yeah, I do love. I've been there a bunch of times, so I love it there.
Actually took a class there and did a little stand-up show there once. It was pretty cool.
It's pretty nerve-wracking, right?
Yeah, very. Wait, what's worse? What's worse for you? Standing up on top of the cage, looking at jumping down, or standing up there looking at the crowd?
Well, nothing was quite like the fear I felt that night. But the difference is, if you're really having a bad match, you can always hit a big move. If you're having a bad night on stage, brother, it can be the most painful feeling in the world. And I know because I've been there.
I'm sure.
All right, thanks, Max.
Thanks a lot.
See you later.
Thank you, Max.
Give about half a glass of the grape juice.
You good, Foley? You want to take a couple minutes?
No, I'm good. Lexi's getting me a glass of grape juice so I can keep my energy going.
Sorry, I keep reverting back a little because I keep losing people that I'm going to next. All right, here he is. All right, we have Greg, and he got your maximum sweat figure.
Oh, the maximum sweat. Okay, that's the one laying down next to the juice. All right, I'll just tell. Yeah, okay.
We can wait while you get some juice.
No, okay, I can multitask. I just want to talk to Greg so he knows this is slightly damaged. Greg, how you doing? You doing all right?
Hey, Greg, can you hear us? I see him sipping on a beer.
Greg, how you
Mr. Foley,
doing?
you look good, sir.
And you as well.
Doing well. How are you?
Did you know the maximum sweat's a little bit damaged? It's got it's separated.
I
from
saw the pictures.
The back. Oh, you showed the pictures. So it's a little bit damaged. I mean, this part's in perfect condition.
I saw the pictures, but
What's that?
yeah, I saw the picture. I'm sorry, I think my connection's a little choppy, but I saw the pictures. But thank you.
Okay, great. So, what color did you want me to sign in?
It seems like you do a pretty good job picking the colors. So whatever you think.
What do you think, Lexi? I'm thinking the orange might play off the. I think the orange might play off the things well. Greg, you want it personalized?
No, sir. I think just regular is good. I appreciate it, though.
There we go. I think it came.
My internet's so choppy.
Looks good, right?
Looks great. Thank you. I appreciate
Thank you
it.
so much. I appreciate that. Any questions?
Yeah, have a great night.
Do you have any questions?
I don't think so. I mean, my internet's all choppy. I'm sitting right next to my router, but for some reason it's not working great. But I appreciate everything. Thank you for your contributions to wrestling, and have a great night.
Hey, my beard looks just like that with the help of a little Just for Men. Thanks, Greg.
I'm doing my best. I'm really trying to outpace you. Hey, have a good night.
Thanks, Greg. All right, I'm gonna bring Nick in briefly because he knows the order for Miss Harley.
Okay. Hey, Nick.
You bringing her in, David? Oh, there she goes.
Oh, hi.
Hey,
there.
Harley.
There.
Oh my God, hi.
Harley, how are you?
I'm good. I'm very nervous because you're my favorite.
It's only the 3-time WWE champion, Hall of Fame. Hardcore.
Mick, she got your comic book with you and Sting.
Okay, comic book would be in one of those two piles, Lexi.
And she also got your Japanese card.
The Japanese card, okay.
Yes,
Japanese
sir.
card. Is there a comic book in there?
Yes. And Harley, you can tell
Not
me what
that
8x10 you want. I'll get David to kick me out of here, and it could be y'all two
Okay.
one-on-one.
Not that
Hi.
one. We'll find it eventually.
I prefer the name Leo, Leo. So if you could sign it with that name instead of Harley, I'd appreciate that.
I have trouble locating the Sting comic book. Let me take a look through this pile. Hold on a second. I know I had it. Where did it go? Hold on. I'm just going to take a little quick vacation here, Leo, and I'm
No
going to see
problem.
if I can find it. Okay? Hold on a second. Still looking. And the card, Japanese card over here. Leo, I cannot seem to find. I can't seem to find the Sting comic book, but I'm going to do my best when we're done here to secure it. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
So it's Leo, right?
Yes.
All right, and I'm going to make the Japanese card out to you too.
Yeah. Yes, you can sign it. Thank
All right,
you.
do that in a red paint pen, okay?
Okay.
That way it goes.
I'm sorry.
It goes with the red blood on my face and hands.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. I think it looks pretty
Oh.
cool.
I wanted to show you. I actually have a Cactus Jack tattoo.
That is so cool. Bang, bang. Wow, I really appreciate that. You know, if I can't find the Sting thing, which I can't believe I can't find, I'll probably be able to locate it when we're done here. Are there a couple other items I can get you instead?
Let me look. I like the Mankind comic book with the red background. I was looking at that one. Or I was looking at the fan letter thing with the matches you had with Eddie Gilbert, because I really love those matches.
Why don't I get you both of those? Okay, would you like that?
Okay. Yes, thank you.
Just to your right, it's on top of that pile. There you go.
Hey,
And
Mick,
Leo,
which ones did she pick, Mick? Sorry.
Just charge her the same thing she would have paid for the Sting, and if
Okay.
I can find the Sting comic book, I'll still do that for the same price because I'm embarrassed that I can't find it.
Sure. That one comic, that wasn't the one of 3,000 with you sitting as Mankind, right? Was that the one she
Yeah.
picked?
Somebody else want that?
No, as long as it's not the one where you're having the Sacco and you look like a gory Mankind.
Okay, the one with
That one's good to go. That one's good to go. Okay. That could be a good backup.
Oh, no, we're all set. Okay. Leo, right?
Yes.
You do? Would you like the comic book personalized?
Yes, please. And I wanted to tell you, you actually sent me a video when you were doing the free videos on Twitter. And I just wanted to tell you, I'm transgender. I'm a trans man, and I want to be a wrestler. Like, I've always wanted to be a wrestler, but I didn't think I could do it for a long time.
Yeah.
But you're one of the people. Sorry, 1 second. Put my earbuds out. You're one of the people who encouraged me and made me believe that I could do that, to try to do it.
Yeah,
you and Nyla Rose.
And we've come a long way in the last 20 years or so, where people are so much more accepting. And so people don't look at something like that as a reason someone can't be successful. right? And there are role models everywhere. And I think in general, people are a lot better than they used to be about I think people realize our differences make us unique, right? And that there's nothing wrong with being weird. Like the things that made me seem weird when I was in high school are the things that made me successful. So embrace the things that people think are strange because they are what make you who you are.
Thank
Okay?
you.
All right, you're welcome. So I'm signing this one up for you. And this is,
I just wanted to ask if you have, well, you kind of covered it with another person who was already here, but I wanted to ask if you had any additional advice for someone who wants to be a wrestler, because I was hoping to start training by like the beginning of next year, but with quarantine and everything, I'm probably gonna have to push that back.
You heard me talking to one of the other guests?
Joe Ellen.
The 3 pieces of advice I give people are, first of all, you stay safe. And like I said, I know it's not hypocritical or crazy because first of all, I always kept my opponents safe, or safe as I could possibly do it. And I didn't do things I didn't think I could do. So even though I took a lot of wild bumps, almost all the time I was in control of what happened. So I wasn't being put in positions I wasn't comfortable being in. So a lot of moves are really complex. So it takes a stronger person to say, I got to be honest, I don't feel comfortable doing that, than for someone to go, okay, I'll go along, because a lot of this stuff is dangerous. So just remember to be safe. Second of all is to be realistic about the chances of making it, because the chances of making are not good. Chances of getting hurt are good. And emotionally, it's a really tough business. Even people who don't get their bones broken, get their hearts broken doing it. Just remember that you get to decide for yourself what being a success is. You shouldn't let one billionaire, prone to whim like Mr. McMahon, decide whether or not you have it. And the third thing is don't be afraid. Don't forget it's supposed to be fun.
Okay.
Now, I want you to know, Harley, this is the only copy of this one that I have. And just so it's really important to me that someone treasures it, and I think you will. Do you want me to sign the front of it for you?
Yes, please.
To Harley. And just earlier today, did you see it?
Leo, please.
What's that?
Leo, please.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Oh, okay. To Leo. How do I? Sorry. To. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, it's my fault. You told me, and I forgot. I turned the H into "Have a nice day, Leo."
Thank you.
There's a song called "The Village Green Preservation Society," and I tweeted it out, and I said, "How big of a Kinks fan was I?" And so the song would go like, "We are the Cactus Jack Appreciation Society." Drop elbows in all shapes, forms, and varieties. We are the concrete floor, high impacting affiliate. The business needs more men like Jack instead of those who are killing it. Protecting the old ways from being abused, inventing some new ways for me and for you. What more can Jack do? Pretty cool, right? So you can listen to the Village Green Preservation Society. Write that down, and you will know that I was thinking you. Okay, Leo?
Thank you.
Harley a few times, too. I'm just so used to looking at a name, but
I
Leo,
understand.
you are, okay?
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
I said just continue being who you were meant to be.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Thanks, Leo. Good luck.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
All right, so our next person got he got the big belt that I sent in.
Big belt is that's it.
2 figures, and I'm going to verify. I believe it's the Danny Davis figures.
All right, Danny Davis figures are over there to the right.
And then the WrestleMania, I think it wasn't a poster. Was it a program that you had?
Yes, it was. It was. Let me try to find.
And I'll bring Mike in now, and he can correct me if I'm wrong on anything. Yep.
All right.
That was
How you
correct,
doing, David?
right, Mike? You had the 2 Danny Davis elites, right? Or
I had one that was a Danny Davis, one was a Dude Love.
Okay.
Okay. So
and I just now bought a photo too.
Yeah.
Okay. Which one did you want on the 8x10?
Let me get Mick Foley, the Three Faces of Foley one.
This one?
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
All right, I'll drop out.
And
thank you, David.
I think a few of these are from my own action figure collection, and all the proceeds I get from those go to the Cauliflower Alley Club, help out wrestlers who are struggling, which, you know, quite a few people are at this time. So thank you for doing that.
Oh, not a problem. Who was the stiffest guy you ever got in the ring with?
Vader.
That's what I figured you would say.
Steve Austin was no day at the beach, and he's proud of that. But nobody hit as hard as Leon did. Yeah, it was ridiculous. But that was his style, and it worked for him. And, you know, people could feel it, you know. So it felt like you'd been through a war, and it looked like that way. You know, and then he could lighten up at the house shows, which was considerate of him. Is this to Mike?
Yes, please.
All right.
I actually sent you in a few things to get signed yesterday at K&S.
And you sent them in?
Yeah, I sent you a hardcore title up there and a couple other things up there yesterday.
Oh, yesterday. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yesterday, but that was with Gary Young, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't sign those. I might. I don't think. I don't know. I might do something in the future with those guys. So I'm sure we'll work out something. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So what is? So this one's for you.
Yes.
All right. And for Mike.
Yeah, you don't have to personalize that one.
All right. All right, there we go.
Looks good.
The belt, any personalization on the title belt?
Put "Have a Nice Day."
I'm going to do that with a blue paint pen, okay?
I trust it.
That looks good, right, Lexi?
Of course.
All right. Did you see the tweet I put out?
Yeah.
That was nice, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I think you're going to be happy with the way this showed up.
Oh, yeah.
That, right? All right.
It looks great. I don't know if you knew this, but there was only 11 wrestlers to ever hold that WWF Attitude Belt.
Really?
And, yes, there was 11, Mr. McMahon being one, but by the end of the year, I should have 8 out of the 11 on the belt.
Wow, that's really cool. Wow. Who were the 8 you're going to get?
I should have Taker, Shawn Michaels, you, Stone Cold. Let's see, who else was there? Kane. I can't remember the other 3 right off the top. I know I'll be missing Vince. Yeah, he's doing a private signing next month, actually.
Wow. So the Foley prices look kind of bargain basement compared to Taker, right?
Yeah, his stuff's high. It's asking a lot of a body.
That's the benefit of keeping quiet for 30 years.
Which I got Taker stuff signed. I just want to finish this project in particular.
That's really cool. I'll tell you what, how many action figures you have in your collection?
At the house, probably around 250.
Okay, I guarantee you this is the one that's going to pop on that shelf because of the red Valentine. All right? That's the one people are going to be drawn to. And not personalized, right? This one?
No, thank you.
There we go. Looking good, my friend. Thank you, Mike.
Looks good to me. Thank you, Mick. Have a good day.
All right, you too. Bye.
Thanks, Mike. All right, our next gentleman, I'm going to bring him in and get his choice. I believe he got an 8x10 and an 11x14, but I just want to verify. Hey, Myron, how are you, sir?
Yes.
Good. I mean,
you got an 8x10 and an 11x14, right?
Yeah. Let me move the camera. I'm not using the desktop. Yeah.
Did you get this one or this one, the vertical?
Let's do the vertical.
All right, so the vertical, and then the 8x10. Did you want the belt or this one or the thumbs up?
That one, right? Thumbs up.
All right. Perfect.
Oop, I'm changing my camera angle.
Sure, I'll show those to you again, Mick. No worries.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
So Myron got this one, and then he got the thumbs up 8x10.
Okay. All right. That one and the thumbs up 8x10. What's the other one besides the thumbs up?
This one.
The vertical.
Oh, okay. That's the larger one, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, cool. All right.
So this is the second time meeting you. The first time I met you was in Bellevue, Washington, before one of your shows, like I think 2014, 13-ish.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's not the club's not open anymore, right?
The parlor, yeah.
Yeah, that was a nice place. We did 2 shows that night, I believe.
Yeah, we did the second show.
Yeah, that's a special. That was a special night for me. Which tour? The one just a few years ago?
Oh yeah, like 2014, 2013-ish, somewhere around there.
Okay, that was the first time I was there. I think I went back.
Yeah, it was the first time.
I think I went back in 2018 and did it as part of the. No. Oh man, there was a woman there, and her son had been killed under the worst of circumstances. She hadn't left the house, and she came out to the show with her other son, younger son, and she had such a good time that she stayed for the second show. And I was I was able to, bring her some joy that way. So those stick out above the others, and that was.
It was a good show. I remember you're gonna get my one F-bomb.
Do you remember how I used it that night?
I don't remember so long ago. I can't. The picture pops up on my Facebook memories, but I need to actually save it someplace because I can't find it anymore.
Yeah, by dropping the one, it's so cool to get that big pop just for saving it up. Most guys use they use it so frequently it loses its meaning.
Yeah.
All right. Any questions
on that big one? Did you sign all 3 characters?
Yeah. You want to see it?
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, and one of my favorite times of you is the Rock and Sock Connection was freaking awesome.
We had so much fun, and so much of that stuff was off the cuff,
I'm sure it looked like you guys had a blast.
We really did. Thanks for being a big fan. I appreciate that.
Oh, no problem. You have a good one. Bang, bang.
Do I see a Mick Foley pop? No, that looks like a
No, I do have one that's in the other room. It's actually in a box. I don't have them in the box. They're just sitting there. No, I have my AEW ones up there, and I got one of myself, and there's Kane.
Very cool. All right. Thanks, Myron. I appreciate it.
Bye.
Have a nice day.
Thanks, Myron.